Welcome to episode 4 of The Strive Show, and today we are talking about present time consciousness. You're listening to The Strive Show, a podcast that inspires action in those striving for impact in all aspects of their life, their business, and their health. My name is Dr. Jake Renacher, and I'm the founder of Strive Chiropractic, a business success coach at Epic Practice, Brittany's incredibly lucky husband of 15 years, and dad to 4 amazing kids. I will be giving you lessons, some I've learned the hard way, on maximizing your health, strengthening your relationships, raising remarkable children, and building a successful business. I will also be sitting down with extraordinary people to talk about their stories, lessons they've learned, and how they've made an impact in this world. Enjoy the show. What is going on today, everybody? Today is a topic that I actually talk about a lot. We talk about a lot to patients. I talk about it with my kids. My wife and I talk about it and how to make sure we execute in our everyday life. I talk about when I get a chance to coach other chiropractors and other business leaders on what to focus on in their life. And it's something that's very, very important. I thought it was very important to talk about today. And that's the idea of being present, or present time consciousness. And really the reason it's so important is we can get so caught up in what happened yesterday, what's going on tomorrow. Because if we're really caught up in what went on yesterday, or we keep focusing behind us, that's depression, right? When we are focusing too much on what's going on in the future, that's anxiety, right? We're not getting into clinical diagnosis here, but in the general sense of it, being stuck in the past is depression, being stuck in the future is anxiety, being present, being in the moment, being right now is really what's important. And this topic came up again. I'm reading a fantastic book. Some of you maybe have seen the movie. Hopefully some of you read it because it's a phenomenal book, but Lone Survivor, right? And Lone Survivor is about the amazing story of the SEALs that were trapped, and only one made it out of this horrendous battle that happened over in Afghanistan. But the idea and the concept was taking, the idea of the book was taking through all the way from SEAL training all the way through, and really highlighted this idea of during SEAL training, during BUDS and Hell Week, that these SEALs go through, really highlighting what got to people. And really when they started this Hell Week is that so many people quit, not because of what they were doing that was so difficult. It was looking at the idea that they had 3 more full days of this or 5 more full days of this, and not being focused right in the moment and just accomplishing the task at hand. And I think that's so important in all areas of our life. If we look at it in parenting, for example, or with our family, so important not to be stuck in either the wins and the great things we accomplished with our kids and our family yesterday, or maybe the things that they didn't do well yesterday, or the things that, the person they were yesterday, or the mistakes they made yesterday, and not getting stuck in those moments and dragging them into today, right? Also, not getting so anxious about the future. Right. I know this is, if you're listening to this during the COVID time, we're talking about school in the fall and what's going to happen. And this is bringing up so much anxiety for people, and it's something they can't control. Right. And it's maybe worrying about a school year for a child, worrying about a test for a kid, worrying about all these different things, which we don't have control over. So let's just focus on the present. Let's be right in the present. It also happens in our personal life, whether it be for exercise or things we need to accomplish. Sometimes there's so much to do. There's so, oh my gosh, this mountain of things I have to do is so big that it paralyzes people, that analysis paralysis. And instead of just taking one step at a time or doing what I can do today, we never start because that mountain looks so big on what we need to do to climb. So make sure as you're looking at it, living your life, no matter what that is make sure you do the things you can. Make sure your goals are set where they need to be. Make sure that you're moving in the direction towards what this needs to be, where you want to go, what you want to accomplish, and then take the little steps every day, right? Don't look 180 steps up the mountain, right? Oh my gosh, the staircase is so big. Nope, just focus on the step you're on and the step in front of you. That's all I'm going to accomplish. And if you do that day in and day out, you will work towards your goal, and you will be so much further along than you were by having analysis paralysis every day. And that's part of accomplishing goals by living in the present or having present time consciousness. Same thing happens in business. Let me tell you, there's so many things you could do, you do nothing. right? Like, oh my gosh, if we do this, then that, what if this happens down the road? We did this before, it didn't work. And that's not saying not to learn from yesterday's examples, but we can have paralysis about taking action, doing what you need to do to get the job done today and doing it right so you can move forward in the future. Now, this is one of the biggest things that's catapulted me in my life in the fact of taking action is just taking continuous action. So if all of you can use this, whether it be in your parenting, your personal life, in your business, whatever it may be, I'm just begging all of you to, hey, make sure that we live in the present. We don't focus on the past and get depressed and look too much in the future and get anxiety. We worry about the step we're on as we're going towards our goals. We worry about that step and the next step. We accomplish what we need to. We have appreciation and gratitude for the moment we're living in, and we have so much thankfulness for the day that we're in. And I promise you, if you use this idea and this tactic of present time consciousness, you will accomplish so much more in your life and so much better about where you're at. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you liked it, make sure you're sharing it with your friends. If you're watching this on social media, make sure to subscribe to our podcast on anywhere that you love to listen to your podcast. Appreciate the time that you guys gave me today, and I can't wait to come back next time. Take care. Thank you for listening to The Strive Show. If you are watching this on our social media channels, make sure you subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Also, if you loved and found value in today's episode, please give us a review and share it with your friends. Hope you have a fantastic week, and remember to always strive for impact.